the stream. Hello, everyone. My hair is more chaotic than I wanted it to be today, but luckily, I'm not alone. Today, with me is the brave, the bold, the bashful Bailey, Orpheus, Joshua. Sorry.
Hi.
What do we go by here? What do we...
Call me by my fucking birth name is
Oh,
Aario.
I like that. I like that. Um, Editor in chief. No, nothing to gloss over. What a title.
What the hell's your shirt? What the
Oh,
fuck are you wearing?
I don't know. It's something I got from Anime Expo a
Oh my
while
god.
ago. I was like, that. It does. In retrospect, I guess it makes me look a little weird.
It is kind of weird, yeah.
But you know what? When you have this level of confidence, doesn't even matter.
Uh-huh.
When you're walking around, mustache out. Um, she is cute. That's why. Thank you, Hollow Man. Thank you.
Mm,
It's cute before anything else. You know what I don't own are those like super like I don't know. They feel like Under Armour button up shirts that con guys wear, and they have like huge like anime girl prints on them, but like the material is like super sweat resistant. It feels like it's like a I don't know, like a freaking swimming suit or something. Like I don't know. It's just a weird fabric, and I don't own any of those shirts, but I see a lot of people at conventions wearing them. They look breathable for sure, but that like silky, I can't do it. Can't do it. Especially I just don't like the way silk falls on me. I rarely do I enjoy the way a shirt falls on me, and this one,
what's
it's
that mean?
like how it like hugs your hips, or
What? Wait a
like
second.
how tight it is on your. You don't take. I can't be the only one that takes
It
this
sounds
into
like a
consideration.
size issue. It sounds like you're wearing the wrongly sized shirts.
It's a body issue. I definitely have a weird shaped body. It's like that of a shark or something.
Okay.
Like I do kind of look like a shark. People
Uh-huh.
either a shark or Tom Cruise. That's
Wow.
there's no in between. But enough about me. Let's talk about you,
Me?
Bailey. This is my fourth show back to back. I went out. I said I started this dream to say every day 5 p.m. PT. I was gonna live stream, and we're gonna talk about shows and hang out. And that's what's just gonna happen. That's just what's
Mm.
gonna happen. I did it though. I did though. I Wednesday I did try to talk myself out of it, but today I was ready. Ready. With that said, I want to know what is, since it's your first time here. What
Mm.
is your day to day? What is what is your day to day at Noisy Pixel look?
I wake up in the morning, I
Hmm.
take a shit, brush my teeth,
The shit shower
you know.
shave. It
Mhm.
greet the day with a kiss on the lips. I like it.
A triple S threat. Um, then I go on Twitter, um, look for news.
Get the headlines.
Mhm.
Check out what Uchikoshi said this time. What
This,
what Nihon Falcom news did they
yeah,
sneak out while I was?
Falcon News,
Do you get this
big
way?
highlight.
Because we cover a lot of Japanese news, and I don't do this much anymore. But in my
Mhm.
younger days, I was all about this, where I would lay my pretty head down on a pillow, and then
Okay.
I would get an alert on my phone. It'd be like Famitsu updated a interview or something, and I would wake up out of bed, and I would 3 a.m. Who fucking cares? And I would write the news. And
Oh my god,
I used to do that at Dual Shockers. I don't do that much
that
anymore. I don't have
that's a
that.
lot more intense than me.
Yeah, it takes a certain level of depression to
Oh my
really get you.
god. Oh no,
Because
Zario.
even at 3 in the morning, you need that validation from somebody on Twitter liking your tweet. So
Oh no.
hey, that's what the show's for. making Noisy Pixel more human for the people.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so like we don't always get our news from Twitter. Like we do get
No,
press
no.
releases. I think I try to knock out the press releases more than you do. You have a knack for finding news. I have a knack for waiting for it to come to me. and so
Uh-huh.
we have a pretty good dynamic of you finding the stuff people care about and me just like, "Oh, this looks good. I'll cover this." Like if you see, I've noticed from our coverage, it's always like I'll do like this really obscure indie game, and I had no idea what it was, but no one else does. Gets nothing, no traffic or whatever. But it's the principle that counts. It's like, well, sure, Bailey handles the heavy lifting, but these little supplemental pieces, 10 people out there in the world would love to hear about. Um, what's a game?
The curry game from
The curry,
yesterday, you
yeah,
know.
the curry sim game.
What a
Yeah.
game.
Um, Doll Man. Uh, but yeah, I we've been working together now for like 3 years, 2 years.
Has it been 3 years?
I don't know how old were you when you started?
I don't even remember, honestly. I was in my last year of college, I remember.
Yeah.
I
Um.
I joined. Mhm.
Yeah. Time flies when you're kicking and screaming.
Has it been 4 years?
It has not been 4 years.
Wait, when was COVID again? Wait a second.
COVID was 2020. That's four
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
I did.
It's been 4 years.
Fuck. That's like you and I going to high school together.
Oh no.
We went to high school together, and we graduated somehow.
Mhm.
Um. Okay, so press releases or Twitter. I don't know. Like my Twitter page is so messed up. The algorithm that it feeds me is like the most dramatic things. There was a period of time where it kept showing me dead people, and I was
Oh
like, no,
no.
no, stop. Or like morbid things or something, or like that's like the Twitter channel that posts all this gross crap. Started feeding me that, and I hate that. I never used to have to fine tune my algorithm, like go into the settings and like say no, I don't want to see people falling. I don't like watching people fall. It's not something I think is funny. It's I
Mhm.
guess I like Jackass and all that, but like watching people fall is like like I don't want to fall, and I don't want to. Whenever I see someone fall, I kind of look down and like help them save face. I'm bad. I'm a terrible person, but um,
Mm,
yeah. What was I talking about?
a lot of Azario
A lot of
introspection.
yeah. Oh well, people are here for a reason. They want to know about the Legend of Heroes, and you, for some reason, know a lot about this series.
Some reason, I'm not sure why myself at this point.
When did you first start playing Legend or what Trails in the Sky?
Let me check the date that came out because I played it. So I played Sky soon after it first got localized, which was in 2014.
How did you hear about the series?
I played E's first. I played E7 first. That was
My
my first Falcom game, and then from then.
I I used to call it Weiss, but I
What?
remember I stole this game
Oh my god.
from this videos like rental store. That was like I was a bad kid, but I stole that is it that one on PS2 um where you get the different sword elements.
E6. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was my
E6.
first one. I'm trying to look
Well,
for it.
I'm sorry for that. That's a not a great version to play.
I beat it. I beat the game. But I called it
Mm.
Weiss. I was an asshole.
Otherwise, I mean, that's probably what I call it at some point. I don't remember. But
Um and then, incidentally, when I hacked my PSP, that's when I first played um, through Trails in the Sky. Uh,
Mm.
so I never the first couple ones I didn't buy. They just kind of I just kind of fell into it. I think I was looking for like at the time I was like I want to get I want to play through the most obscure JRPGs on my PSP and I was just downloading games, right? So I downloaded that in Persona 3 or Persona they did like 1 and 2, right? Or the remasters of them.
Yeah, the remakes of 1 and 2. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I played through those and that was
Mm.
like my step into more obscure
All right.
JRPGs.
So Cold Steel 4 in chat. Um, he is right. So yeah, it, so Sky was first on PSP in 2011. So I must have been around 12 when I first played it,
I remember the
and then
controversy with Sky and how when
mm,
Xseed finally brought over 2 and 3, it was like they couldn't make physical releases for it. So
oh no.
that's kind of messed up.
I mean, it's fucking PSP in 2015 or whatever the fuck
Yeah,
it is.
yeah.
So
I wish the gears on those that turned a
well,
little
they actually
faster.
they 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 didn't do the third one on PSP at all actually because I think it was just
It's
not
PC,
feasible.
right? It's like PC only, right?
Yeah, that's only on PC. Yeah.
That's right. That's right. Kevin. See, I know the names.
Yeah,
I
Kevin. Yeah, yeah,
know the
yeah.
names. Um, I don't. I never liked Kevin though. I know everyone likes him,
Oh
but
no, Azari, he's a fan favorite character.
yeah, people love him. I never really. I don't like. I don't like those Vash the Stampede style characters where they're written like
Mm.
overly kind of jokey, but then they get serious sometimes, and it's like that's why I like them because of those serious moments. Um, that's interesting though. It's like it is a series that I think a lot of people stumble on and then are just super surprised by, like the lengths that that game goes through to get the most out of its environments and systems using very dated like small things like they spend time putting names on the books, right? And this is back on
Mhm,
like the PSP and Cold Steel, like those small touches, like sure the game doesn't look graphically beautiful, but those small touches are why like I enjoyed it so much, like walking into a random
mhm.
NPC home and just seeing like the small touches that they put on each room and like oh someone lives here. Like those that's I respect that about Falcom. They really know how to deliver a genuine JRPG feeling adventure with the least amount of budget, I imagine.
Yeah, I think the issue was just it was the wrong time for the West to get that game.
Yeah,
Like I don't think there were many people in like early 2010s who were looking for like a super like word heavy RPG.
yeah. It's and that's not even like that wasn't the ever the selling point. I remember like when those games are coming out and the points that was introduced way after like 3 came and that was just because like our Chills in the Sky 3 when that was
Mm-hmm.
being ported that localizer girl I think her name is Brittany
Mm-hmm.
she was saying she was like the most outspoken like localizer at the time and everyone just kind of like oh shit like they jumped on that game like the whole like oh check the treasure chests or talk to every
Mm-hmm.
NPC
Mm-hmm.
like that was created but that wasn't like marketed when Sky was first coming out. Like I love that a lot of like the talking points that are now were first created by the community and then now it's like you'll see like journalists saying like yeah you could talk to every NPC but it's like those like telephone things, you know, like somebody said it and now everyone just like says that about the game. Like,
Mm-hmm.
"Oh yeah, did you talk to every NPC?" It's like that's from the community. That wasn't a point of like marketing when those games were first being pushed to the
Yeah, yeah,
West. It's
yeah.
cool. It's cool. Hey, quarantined Sen. I don't know. You said hi, so I said hi.
Calling us by our full name.
Noisy Pixel. I don't know. So can you set up this particular game that we're gonna watch a trailer for? The Legend of
Okay.
Heroes Kaino Kiseki
I
Farewell
know.
O Zemuria.
Oh,
Zemuria.
farewell, oh Zemuria.
Farewell O Zemuria. What is this
And,
game?
and sometimes you pronounce words wrong. It's so fucking funny.
It is,
Um,
I need to lead into it and not beat myself up about it, so fuck it. Fuck
all
it.
right. So Kai. So recently in the West, um, we got Daybreak, and let me do a break. So counting. So there's three Sky, two, two, 10. So Daybreak is, I believe, the 11th game.
Pull up the
Um, and we're getting Daybreak 2 in January. Oh, not January, but like sometime early next year, probably March actually, if I had to guess. Um, in Japan, they've always been ahead of us for the most part with these games. Um, Kai is the game after Daybreak 2. Um, no word on.
so why so this one comes after Daybreak 2?
Yeah, yes. So this
Oh.
one's right after Daybreak 2. Um, if I had like, there's like people, there's like some theories about like maybe we'll get it next fall from Nisa. Um, it's a possibility. I don't know. We don't know. Um, but this one is the third and presumably final game of the Calvert arc, which is where these particular games take place. These three games take place.
Hmm.
But they so like usually with these like finales, so like whenever they have like a finale for a saga, they bring in a lot of characters
Yeah, it's
from
like
the
a
older.
party. It's like a
Mm.
reunion party.
Yeah, so in this one we got some people from Reverie, some Cold Steel people, and some Sky people all here together.
Do you feel like this
Um,
do you feel is this when does Daybreak 2 release in Japan? Is that already out in Japan?
that came out a while ago in Japan.
Really?
Um, I believe it was 2 years ago, I think.
Holy
But the thing
shit.
is, yeah. So the thing is though, Nisa's going. Yeah, so it came out 2022, and then last year was East 10 for them. Um, but Nisa's going a lot faster than they used to. At least by
Yeah.
comparison,
Yeah.
because we got Daybreak in like in like July or like whatever, and we're getting Daybreak 2 like half a year later. So like we're like almost caught up now.
Um I it's just like that level that length of localization time is the same time that used to be for like Tales of
For,
games.
like Tales games, yeah,
Yeah.
like area and all that took like
Yeah.
2 years.
It
So
took
yeah,
yeah, Zelia 2 I think took like 3 years to come. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So I don't know. So maybe it's like should be like normalized like hey, like this is kind of normal, but also Nisa kind of takes their time now because they get so much shit every time they put out a
I don't.
localization.
They're kind of hustling though, because E's 10 was I think that was
You're never gonna satisfy everyone. I
no,
will
no,
tell
no,
you will never
no.
satisfy everybody, and especially when there's fan translations out for something, we
Mm-hmm.
we get so used to a particular style of writing or like I don't know. I find myself even getting a little like addicted to like I think like some of the Muv-Luv games. I remember just
Mm-hmm.
being way better in the fan version than when Sakai
Mm-hmm.
Project was doing it, and but you kind of learn to love like I think people just hate change. They
Yeah,
don't like
I don't think it's a
change.
problem. Like it's not like it's not a problem with the official stuff. Really, it's just of how long it takes to wait for these things, and people they form attachments to how the
But
like fandom has labeled things. So like
Issei was pretty bad though.
Ize was really bad. Yeah,
Issei was pretty bad. It wasn't
Ize
bad.
was really bad.
I reviewed it and I remember really loving it, and then
Uh,
following the review, I started seeing like a lot of like the fans like highlighting some of the names of the areas and like the big hole and stuff
Mhm,
like that.
mhm,
And I was like, fuck, like I didn't actually catch any of that because I was just having so much fun.
mhm,
Like none of the text ever stood out to me or anything just because I was like living in that game. It has
mhm.
those Metroidvania elements that, oh, I'll come here later, you know,
To be
like
fair though, like I feel like if you're not online and you
yeah.
don't know like what the OG script was like, you're not gonna.
Yeah, the big hole was pretty bad though.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That
Yeah,
was
that was
pretty
pretty
bad.
bad. Mhm.
uh what okay, so Cold Steel 4 said OG's played Kuro 2, don't think is our what is Kuro
Yeah.
2?
So that's what Daybreak II. So in
Oh,
Japan,
okay. Oh yes, yes, yes. I have
in
not
Japan, they're called Kuro. The
yes,
cover names. Yeah, yeah.
I'll figure it out sooner or later, guys. I'll get
Just
on.
just to tell you, Cold. Aario doesn't know shit about trails, so don't.
I know what the press releases tell me,
Mhm.
and then it's really good for like talking selling yourself to trails nerds, especially like while you're like waiting
Man,
for something. You,
Azario, he
you
tells the same like story
yep, you just have
about.
surface level knowledge of this shit, and they're like, oh, okay, but but yeah, it's just too much for me. I there's like I don't know. I try not to get too involved in
The thing with
fandoms.
trails, right, is like I'm lucky because I've been following it game by game as they've come
Mm-hmm.
west. Like I can't imagine starting them now, you know,
Trying to keep up with them.
because you have to catch up on like over 10 games by this point.
There are still people that play Cold Steel uh 3 and stuff like that. Let me see.
Yeah, so like you could technically jump anywhere. Like some games are better for like starting than some others are, but like 3 is not a terrible place to begin.
See, right now 95 people are playing The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel on Steam.
Wow.
24 that's it's more people than some games out there are.
Mhm.
So 122 24-hour peak. I'm telling you, the game's still
So, so that's the thing. What quarantine said in chat. Um, presumably, so Kondo kind of like flip flops a bit on the percentage, but we're like somewhere over 70% done with the series now. Um, so presumably we don't know. Let's like we don't know the exact like numbers, but I'd say like 5-ish games left or something, maybe.
I will say Kondo-san feeds off of energy, and at Anime Expo, everyone was super stoked because they had the Daybreak II announcement and stuff like that,
Mm-hmm.
and he like didn't hold anything back. He was just like a people pleaser. But there have been times where I've seen him where they don't have really any updates or anything, and the energy is just like the interviews are terrible,
Oh
everything's bad.
no, Kondo.
I think these recent round of interviews, he's just super stoked. So we're
Mhm.
getting like the best side of him. But he does say things sometimes that are like, "Oh, we know you're full of shit, man. But thanks for thanks for like pleasing us with these answers because he's as much of a gamer, I think, in any sense of the
Yeah.
word. So
I don't know. So like the biggest controversy with the series right now in the West is the release times, and like that's been a big thing. Like that's been a big problem for. But Nisa, like them and Falcom have been getting, like they've been progressing pretty well. Um, like Ease 10 came out in Japan last year, and we're already like getting it.
that's pretty
Um,
incredible.
because there used to be at least 2 year plus wait times for those games. So like at least for Ease, it's been like like drastically shortened.
I'm unsure if like how Nisa's new business model is set up. It used to be all done in house, but I am aware now that they do contract out for these localizations now. So
So so I don't know the extent, but I do know that like former fan translation people are doing these games like part
mhm.
at the very least. So that's probably like part of it.
I saw when the Switch version of what's that one game that just came out? Tokyo Xanadu.
Tokyo Xanadu, yeah,
Yeah, I saw like a lot of the people on Twitter that were just like, "Oh, I worked on this game," and that was cool to see that they were like
yeah.
that they got to go back and fix that
Hmm.
localization. That's cool
Yeah,
to
they
see.
worked out. I believe they were from Geofront.
Hmm.
I think. Yeah. So.
The the longest wait for East was East 9, being just under 1.5. So it
And so
needed.
ease is generally faster than Trails, which makes sense because Trails is a lot more to work with.
How do you
But the
do you think this series will ever end?
what Trails?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got like 5-ish games left. Like they're approaching the final-ish saga soon.
What's gonna happen next? That's it
I
then?
don't. I mean, so like the thing is, I mean, there's a lot they could do. Like the Legend of Heroes is like the overall franchise name, so they could do another separate series that's separate from Trails.
I think it's
Um,
over once they make a Trails rhythm game. Then we can.
Trails for Rhythm. They should probably do that actually.
Yeah, I
That'd
would.
probably sell well.
I would probably play it. There's not a lot of Trails collabs though. Like they do some mobile game collabs, but nothing like on the level of
No,
other big JRPG.
I mean it's a pretty small IP still comparatively. So
Got to work out those deals. Okay, let's watch this. I'm gonna have no idea what's going on.
oh wait, so just um, there will be spoilers here for people who care. Um, though if you care, you probably shouldn't be watching this to begin with. But
Yes,
there are spoilers in the opening, so just so you're aware.
they're all gonna die.
Hmm, maybe.
Is that new engine or old engine?
So they switch over to the new engine in Daybreak 1. That was the first full game to have it.
That's him. That's the guy.
Ooh.
That Kevin.
Oh yeah, with the green hair. Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Oh, that's Fee. See, I know all the names. Fuck, I'm a fan.
Yeah. Yeah, there's Fee.
So what's is just the characters what spoils it? Like they're alive?
Some identities, some of that, yeah.
Is it supposed to be kind of various plot threads coming to a head? Is that what we're witnessing right here?
Sort of. So they're going to space in this game, actually.
There's no other place to go.
Apparently. Yeah, so that's space at the end there. We're going to space at some point.
Fuck yes. Fuck yes. That's like when Gundam W goes to space.
Mm-hmm.
They start fighting up there.
Mm.
Um Looks cool. Are you excited about it? Have you played Daybreak 2?
I played it in Japanese, yeah.
That's insane, dude.
Not that I know Japanese, but you can make out a lot of stuff just
Yeah.
playing.
That's
Um,
that's an incredible feat.
I'll probably be playing this as well. So
Oh yeah. It's I think when you're that ingrained in the community
yeah,
or when because since you've started writing at Noisy Pixel, people have made us their go-to for Trails news just
mm,
because of they're not necessarily coming for Noisy Pixel, they're coming for your uh knowledge of the series. So it's like, well, you already created that, like you have to play. You're gonna have to play it because you've created this
yeah. I'm not
knowledgeable
gonna be able
presence.
to avoid to avoid spoilers. Yeah.
Yeah, your job is to help others avoid spoilers. I think we're the only people that still cut out some character's face in our featured images, and people are like, "It's 5 years old. You don't have to."
Yeah. I mean, at some point you gotta stop doing it. It's just kind of determining when is enough.
Hey Patrick, yeah, Visions of Mana. Is it when is it coming out? Like
This
this
month,
month? This month.
yeah.
There's a
Hmm.
demo out. We played it on Monday. The demo. Um, much appreciated. Reen's gonna make her part of the.
Reen's back in action, man.
that
This is
guy,
his this is Reen's sixth game.
that guy needs to chill out. Um, I don't know. I don't know. One day I'll get to it. I'll get to it.
I don't think you will, but maybe.
You know what I did think was cool? The Romancing Saga 2 news.
Matt, you gotta do a piece like talking about how to get into Saga, cause like,
It's weird. I'll tell you, dude. Like the things that I like about Saga
mhm.
are definitely not what other people. And again, it's like oh, Trails is known for NPCs and Saga is known for being kind of overly complicated with its non-linear story. But like that's sorry, my pets are fighting right here. Hey guys, chill out. Stop it
Oh
already.
no.
Um uh um yeah, so I talked about it with some other journalists, especially my
Mhm.
latest Saga review. They did not agree with. Uh,
Oh yeah, your Saga review caused some fucking drama.
yeah, it didn't help that what happened was I tweeted out something. I was like, your C. I gave the what did I give? I gave the game like a 5 or something. Um, and I was like, you guys are seeing like 7.5s and 8s for
Mhm.
Saga. I was like, there's no way that if these journalists or content creators paid $50 for this experience that they would feel this way.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably not.
no, yeah, and that I'm just keeping it real. I'm just keeping it real.
I mean,
Like,
there's a few like the issue with it. Like I could like there are a few I know who are into it, but it's such a subset.
yeah, and it's a if you get past the nuances and understand the battle system, it is a very good game. But my criticisms were like, why the fuck does Saga still need to be this? Why does it need to be this thing where Saga
Mhm.
fans are constantly defending it? Like why are you asking me to be like, "Oh, you're not having fun because you're not playing it right." Like I don't want to be that guy anymore. I don't want to be that
Mhm.
like Saga defender. Um and I like it's such a nuanced game in Romancing Saga 2 especially where each character they're the way that they're approaching it in this remastered is so smart because they're keeping the storyline. It seems like they're keeping that main story untouched, and the characters can just do their own thing, like non-linear um, Saga
Mhm.
games are. But there is a main quest in this game, and I like that they're making that a little evident in the marketing and not just saying choose your own path. All your choices matter. Like I don't fucking
It is
like.
interesting because like with Saga, so like with Square in general, like they've been going through fundamental restructuring in their company and like their development teams. So like I think the general is like I think the general assumption was that Saga was dead. Um, like they'd like after Emerald Beyond there wouldn't be any more. So it is really funny how they're they're just doing a full random remake.
It's that guy. Okay, so Kenji Ito, the
Uh-huh.
creator, like it's these older like Square Enix developers. They're like
Uh-huh.
legacy. They can get whatever they want in that company, and they just chill there. Like Nomura just doesn't really probably have to do much anymore and just makes
Probably
bank.
not.
You know, like the Kenji Ito, he could just do whatever he wants, and yeah.
Uh-huh.
Kazu, yeah. What's his name? Akatoshi Kawazu. Dude, he did the Saga Frontier 2 and Legend of Mana at the same time. He was publishing it, and like, dude, that those legacy releases, I don't think they could just fire these guys. They're like 80 years old, hanging out in the company, just wanting to make video games. So they throw them a little bit of budget and make a Saga game. But that's so mean. That's so mean to the series, and it's mean to fans. I like in a review. How can you write like, if you're not having fun, you're playing this wrong? Like, come on, man. Like, I'm a pro. I had to force myself every morning to play that game, and
Mhm.
yeah, Yoko Taro I think gets money on commissions now. He just like contracts himself out to everyone. Like, oh yeah, I'll create a character for your game, and then he just gets paid. I feel like a lot of these creators, once they get to this level of notoriety, they can just be like, I don't need to work as hard anymore. You have creators that want to create, like Falcom and Kondo-san. Like, I feel like you can definitely see that distinction. Like Yoko started making like phone games and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Like, I don't really care. Sure, they could put out a new Nier and it'd do amazing, but I'm glad they aren't. I'm glad they're riding the 2B wave a little bit, and
I
like,
mean, they wrote it too long, I think now, but
you think it's time for a new Nier?
probably like a few years after this. Like it's been years now. Like probably.
I think the rollout for like games like October 24th, they just revealed this game the other
Mhm.
day. Like,
I mean, I don't like. They're not expecting this game to sell, if I had to assume. So
this engine is definitely something from like the Trials of
it's like,
Mana. Looks like,
yeah, yeah, yeah. This looks like the Mana engine.
yeah, yeah, they definitely just like repackaged it. This
It
is
looks really good though. It looks
it's
good.
pretty unreally like textures. Like,
Uh-huh.
nobody worked on those. They bought that shit. It's a
I'm very excited for your review.
Yeah, I'm excited to kind of like sit down with the game and understand it and see what they changed. There's a there's some really good scenes in Romancing Saga 2 that I want to see them recreate um in
Mhm.
this new engine. But battle system looks cool. Um all this looks fine.
It's Saga. I feel like y- like they've tried to get new people into it, but I think it's just not gonna. Like you're either in it or you're not in it now.
Yeah, it kind of feels like the Shining Resonance of Fate when that game came
Oh,
out.
Resonance.
Yeah, it's like, or is it not Resonance of Fate? It's just Resonance, right? Yeah,
Yeah,
like when that game was like being like marketed, everyone was like, "Oh, this game looks so good," blah blah blah, and like no one bought it, and it wasn't that good. And then
I played it. Yeah, it was I have a soft spot for it, but it's not good. No.
I just got really into the dating scenes.
Oh yeah, they really good.
Yeah,
I like the Nukem Plus where you have the villains join you first
yeah.
with like no context.
I like this battle system where they show you what's it's like Octopath Traveler kind of. I don't know. This
It,
whole UI looks clean.
uh
Looks cool.
Like the only way Saga is gonna like I think become big the way they might want it to be big is if they make it a lot like simpler. Like they generalize a lot of the system because like it's just like a lot of shit they don't explain well. You know, like Emerald Beyond, I don't. I've only seen like a handful of people know how that game works.
I'm sure they got paid a lot of money to promote that game.
Yo, shiny, 1 million YouTube. That's that's fucking crazy.
I think so I one of the first video reviews on Noisy Pixel I did was Shining. but the Switch version of it is pretty good.
I don't know.
I
That
mean,
came out on
don't
Switch?
yeah, do not maybe it was a Switch version or maybe it was a different version. No, it did come out on Switch because I have the steel case, I think. Anyway, um,
Well,
I reviewed it just to put out something when we were like first starting.
mhm.
Um, so there, if you go all the way back to our first videos, I believe it's there, but it's really bad. Um, like my voice is it's the old voice, and
Mm.
my editing skills are terrible.
Rosy Deep promoted Shining Resonance Refrain. Wow, that's crazy. Yo, Dragon Lair?
I know when I saw that, I was like, "Is that a miss? Is that like they're like there's their names are not very clever, like Dragon Lair and
Martial artist.
Warrior." Okay. Um. Anyway, this seems pretty cool. I like. I want to see. I want to actually explore a town. Because that was something you can do in Romancing Saga, and
Mm.
ever since they went this mobile game route, whenever you entered a town, it would just be like
Oh yeah, because
a
they're all on
menu.
mobile, right?
Yeah,
Yeah, I
it would
forgot about
just be a
that.
menu. You would enter a town and be like, "Oh, here's a shopkeeper and here's a
Yeah.
menu." Um, I'm really excited about this. I'm glad to see like Visions of Man in this. It's definitely one of those like tests. You know, if this
Mm.
does well, then Square would probably.
I mean, I feel like that was Emerald Beyond. Like that was like that game was a test, and like now,
What
because that was a brand new game.
I mean,
You
when you
know,
put it, yeah, because they made the game $50, so
$60.
they only had to sell 1,000 copies to make their money back.
Oh my god.
You played Ace Attorney Investigations.
Oh yeah, I do really love Ace Attorney. Um,
Um,
a lot of views, I'm sure.
maybe everyone put out their previews today, and when that
Mm,
happens, it takes a little while
mm.
for the normies to find us. But everyone who needs to watch it has watched it. I can assure you that.
Mhm.
Um, what's this game about? What's the significance of investigations, and how did you feel about it?
All right, so this is the last HD collection for the series that Capcom can do. Um, so we will have every mainline Ace Attorney game on modern platforms, which is kind of insane. Um, so like a couple years ago, uh, they did the Gray Ace Attorney Chronicles.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and those two games never came west prior, so that was a big deal. With Investigations, the first game, so they were on DS, the both of them. The first one came west on the DS, but the second one they didn't localize it. Um, so the second one is the last game that we need for the entire series to be in the West. So like that alone is a pretty big deal.
Did,
Um,
did they do physical releases for all of these?
they have to like, but like it's not like a con. So like this is getting PS4 and Switch physical.
Yeah.
Um, but the previous collections aren't always consistent in the platforms. Like I don't think Apollo had a PS4 physical, but it had a Switch physical.
Hmm. So, but they like I was saying from other previews as well as yours that a lot of like this is the most significantly updated
Oh yeah, so
collection.
I didn't get any footage of it, but you're able to swap between the DS presentation and the new one. So like when they're walking around on the field there,
Hmm.
that's all completely remade. Um, it's
Oh
like
yeah.
brand new artwork, brand new sprites. On the DS, they were all like just like very like low quality pixels because it was the DS. So so like this is like the most work it feels like they've put into one of these like collections. Because with the older ones, you could just kind of like res the whole thing and then you'll be fine.
Don't
But here
people
they have to like.
I saw people saying that these ones were like not well received in Japan though.
I don't know if they were or if they weren't. The second game. So the first game I know is not like nobody really cares about the first game that much. The second one is like a big deal. Like that's like one of like the fan favorites. Like that's like one of the like if people say what their favorite Ace Attorney like game is, Investigations 2 is usually up there.
Hmm.
Um, so like that alone's gonna make it. And like I don't think many of the previews played that game yet.
Yeah, they gave it to us kind of early.
Very very early. Yeah, they gave it
Shout out to
around
Capcom for giving us time to beat their
and
long adventure games.
around 2 months early. I think is how long they give it. Now I'm kind of spoiled because now I want every game 2 months early. You know.
Yeah, it's a lot easier than when you're trying to find 100 hours in 8 days. You're like, well,
Mhm.
I have this weekend and this weekend. Okay, how are we gonna do it? We do pretty well. September 6th. I do. I also find it kind of. I don't know if it's a money saving tactic to release on PS4 and not spend for PS5. Uh, like
I mean, like, there's no point in
there's absolutely no point. But I feel like
uh,
every platform like life cycle does this. Like even when the PS4 came out, we were still getting PS3 games and
mhm.
arguably better PS3 games than we are ever getting. Um, I think like Neptunia. I say better, but my
Neptune. Yeah.
example is Neptunia V2.
Oh wow, what a game! I mean, that's the best one. So you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Well, that's cool. I don't know. Ace Attorney has always like been one of those series for me that I don't know. Can never.
A lot of reading.
That's probably my problem right there. Right there. You know, it was always it's always the people. It's always like the friends that I grew up with around me
Mhm.
who were playing it, and then I attribute the games that they enjoyed to them personally. You know, like
Yeah, that's a very
so. Oh, I didn't
me.
like that guy. So if I didn't like that guy, I definitely don't like this game.
I've done the same thing. Yeah.
um, Ivan is pretty excited about this game. It's a text adventure called Moonless
This
Moon.
the most Ivoneer game I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, yeah. He's just
I have no idea what this game is.
I have no idea, but you know what? It
It
looks
it
cool.
it looks. I do like how the backgrounds look.
It has that what's that Jake Hunter game that came out?
Jake Hunter. Oh boy.
Um oh, Daedalus, The Awakening of.
Oh, is that one really bad?
No, dude, it's good. It's good.
Oh, okay.
It's I mean people
Okay.
hate it, sure, but but
Hmm.
it's because of the cliffhanger ending and they never fucking went
Oh
back to it.
no.
they it's mostly negative, but only 39 people. It's a good game. It's a
39 people. What?
I liked it. But see how the art is kind of like it's like 360 viewing, but it has that kind of like
Wow.
where the
Mostly negative. I
yeah,
don't know, man.
where the characters kind of pop out from the background.
Hmm.
A nice blur effect.
Arc System Works in this? That's weird.
Yeah.
Huh.
Dude, it's a really cool game. And it sucks because they'll never do another Jake Hunter. And you know what? They put this Jake Hunter name in the West, even though it's not technically like it's just Daedalus, you know, and it didn't help. Like this alternate Jake Hunter didn't help any sales. Like
That's a it's a very long title.
yeah, because nobody, I don't know. If only if you're like a huge like DS or 3DS
Hmm.
fanboy stuff. But watch this. Let's see what's really going on. I gotta turn the audio down just a little bit because I don't want to get sued. Oh, it's just the pictures that we looked at. Cool. See? Ascent of Moon. Guess all of these are not getting.
Mm.
I like the UI though. I love boxed UI for visual novels, and when there's a couple like Sakai Project published visual novels where they use the negative space like to help tell the story. I hope it does this and we just don't have these huge black bars up the bottom and
Looks very pretty.
like it's gonna make me get a 10 out of 10 if you make me cry and I cry over it.
Mm.
Um, I think Ivan here knows more about this.
Yeah, I don't know much about this one. The Muv-Luv
It's like a
people,
muff
like the,
love,
the
yeah.
people, yeah, the people who localize, it's the same team who are gonna localize this. It looks really good though. Like this is like it. I am assuming it's the same company who made
Yeah, it's Anchor.
Muv-Luv.
Anchor.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I think they took out the
It had
adult stuff.
Asians.
Let me
It had
see.
Asians.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh right, yeah, yeah. This is all ages. Right, right, right. Yeah.
Maybe there's a patch.
Don't show the H scenes on the fucking
Okay,
screen
yeah,
though.
yeah. Yeah, I think this is an older.
Enhanced edition.
First came out in 2001, and it was an 18 plus version. Until this, it seems like this edition is the first time. Oh no, it came to
So
PS2. I think this has to be based off like the PS2 version or something.
they said, I think it is. Like if you read down below, it says like it's based off of a specific release.
Oh, okay. Whatever. Somebody will put jeans back in. I can't. It's like some games like people want visual novel or key games like visual arts games to have the H scenes in them, but those H scenes suck. It's like
Yeah,
the
they're usually really bad. Like the type Moon's bringing Fate Stay Night.
yeah,
Um,
it's not good.
those H scenes are like some of the worst shit I've ever. They're really funny, but I don't think they're supposed to be funny. So like it's
Writer Sharp says, yeah, it's a prequel to Love Love since
oh,
it's
it's
funded by
prequel.
yeah, prequel.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. Okay.
The whole Love Love timeline is already fucked. Like,
Wait, so this is in the same role as Mo? Wait, what?
I
This
guess
is the
so.
same.
Well,
Okay.
Love Love as a story alternative is
I
different
know. Yeah, yeah.
than
There's a separate
yeah.
timeline, but that's really fucking weird.
I like seeing these classic visuals because I know a lot of fans waiting on it. Okay, so I don't know anything about Tower of Fantasy. Okay, I don't play it, but lo and
I don't know,
behold,
man.
if you
They're
show
kind of they're kind of getting me, man. Maybe I'll play it.
dude,
I don't
yeah, I'm
know.
like, dude,
Maybe I'll play
am
it.
I a fucking Tower of Fantasy fan?
I don't know, bro.
Is this my
This
new
is
game? Is this my new game?
oh, Marvel of Extra. I see. That makes sense.
I'm
Yeah.
just,
So I don't. Oh my god. Why is this?
you know how much money like there you can't just unlock these scenes. You have to like do event stuff to
I'm surprised that Sony's backing this.
yeah, okay, so that's the Sony trailer. There's also a mobile trailer for the update.
Oh
And it's a
no.
little different.
Oh no.
Like she's like they show like the leg touching a little more, and I think there's a scene of her like
Mm,
here like laying. So I don't know if like all the scenes are in all the editions, but it seems like
Probably not, if I had to guess. I don't think they're gonna have this scene in
I
there.
don't know if I can play this in public.
Why would you play this in public? Yeah,
Like on your
play it on your fucking bus commute.
commute.
Yeah,
What does this game even look like?
an
Oh
open world game.
yes, it's an action game. I think one of our old writers, Brock, viewed it.
Yeah, maybe it's my time to pick up the torch.
Maybe yeah, maybe we need a new Tower of
New
Fantasy.
tower fantasy guy.
Everybody needs. I just
I've been hearing it's not
game looks.
doing well.
Yeah, that's why I heard that this interactive scene is coming out
Uh-huh.
because the game is like doing pretty
It
poorly.
does seem kind of desperate.
Yeah.
It does seem a little.
They changed publishers too. I think
What?
yeah, there's a different they had a different publisher when they first launched. And I only know this because in a previous article that I was writing, I accidentally said like their old publisher and they emailed and they're like, "Hey,
Oh, oh,
um
that's pretty rare.
please remove that because that's they're not the publisher anymore." So,
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know. Um hey that game Cricket, Jay's Really Peculiar game
What the fuck is this?
got delayed. It's a pretty cool game.
I don't. You find shit I've never
So
heard about in my life.
it's like Earthbound inspired,
Oh,
but
I see.
um
It looks interesting.
yeah,
Okay.
it's like I don't know, like those like I can relate it to
This
Omori
is a
kind of.
column game. This is a column game.
Yeah, it's very cute, very like, and then it has like these cute imaginative moments, and then it shoves
Uh.
like oh fuck, my mom's dead shit on you, you
Oh
know,
no.
like Omori, like you
Yeah.
you kind of go in thinking like it's a happy time, and then you realize oh shit, this is the most depressing thing I've played. So I think this is one of those games.
Mm,
But it got a delay. And it's only made by one. It's like mostly made by this one guy and a small
mm-hmm.
team. And I think we're gonna have. I'm not making any promises, but I think we're gonna have him on this show in the next couple weeks before PAX,
Wow.
and we could play through the demo of the game, and he can kind of give some updates on it. That's ultimately what I want to do with this. Is like have guest people on and like hang out and like make this a real event, a daily
And
event. Like as we gather around a dinner table with our family, so do we
mm-hmm.
gather in the after
Every day.
hours of Noisy
Every day.
Pixel every day. You know where I'm at. You don't have to look far. So yeah, it's August 15th. It used to be a release date, now September 19th. What
It's
is
not
it?
too far. Okay.
Yeah, a
It's like
month
a month.
delay. You know what? Like, that's such a good idea. One, because now PM Studios is going to PAX. So now you have PAX in between these two dates to get those wish list numbers up. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Smart stuff. That's only my like thought. Like, sure, yeah, you need the time. This Hollow Man, this is called Cricket J's Really Peculiar Game, which kind of stands for Cricket JRPG.
Wow.
um yeah, it's a smart delay. I think if you're trying to get wishlist numbers up, PAX is a great place to go. I think everybody
Mhm.
there just wants to play games, and I'm really excited this year to go there. One year we got to get you out there. You gotta hang out with me and Mark.
Maybe one day, you know.
Boston's closer to you.
Mm. I
Um,
have been to Boston.
this game launched today. I don't know what it is, but we'll watch the trailer because it's super indie, and since people are like here,
Mm.
we can kind of talk about this weird indie game. Um, I don't really know what it is, but it's a life sim, um, visual novel adventure with like point and click elements. Looks really sweet. The sepia tone, like, kind of.
A lot of column games here
Yeah,
today.
definitely. Kind of it just makes me kind of like feel warm, happy. I'm curious. It has positive reviews. Only $11.
Oh, it's not, huh? Okay.
Oh, nothing in our language. Yeah, it came out today. 2P Games is the publisher. They do some really weird games. They did the Hungry Lamb. Okay, I need to write uh, a story on Hungry Lamb, but if you're looking for a visual novel that's fucked up, this one, dude, they go into like sex trafficking and all this shit. Like
Oh no! Oh
it
shit!
is intense.
Is
It's
that a
a
Chinese?
yes, it's
Yeah, it
intense,
looks to be
dude.
Chinese game. Yeah.
It's intense. It resolves. It resolves eventually, but your choices are all measured on morality, and sometimes that morality wavers, and it's fucked up. Like it puts you in fucked up situations where those choices are like
Mm.
they're gonna be heavy. Um, cool game though that came out this year. Time Trekker. I kind of want to play, but we'll see. Relord. I don't know what the fuck that is, but sexy.
Oops.
You know what I hate? Now that you said the B word.
Mm.
I hate when people say booba. I can't.
That's just internet, you know.
I
That's
get it.
the term.
I get it, but there's nothing. There's nothing punk rock about it. So
Wow.
I see some other like headlines where they'll try to use like this new booba game. It's not a booba game. It's a game,
I
and
like
then
how you say certain headlines, and I know the exact thing you're talking about.
Yeah, we could dance around corners when we talk shit. Um,
Uh-huh.
if you this publisher 2P Games has some really interesting stuff, I would really check them out. I think Negate Tell is where I first heard about them.
Mm.
The early access game that's like a roguelike. Hell no, are they ever going to finish this game? Dude, it came out 2021.
They should.
It got a June update though.
Oh
Okay.
shit.
Fix the problem. Dude, okay. It's a pretty cool roguelike game. Um and then you have like these monster girls that you can hang out with.
Mm.
I played like the early access years. Um yeah. 2P Games, interesting publisher. I really attach myself to publishers. That's like my thing. And it's like well, when they're around, Humble was like on always like okay, well they do quality games. Right now it's that Freaked Flea Pit publisher. What's their name? Oh, it's like Critical Reflex, dude. Out of nowhere, this publisher. Out of fucking nowhere. They like come out with Buckshot Roulette, which that one I don't know his fucking name. Huge streamer was streaming. But yeah, just like quality games out of nowhere. Out of freaking nowhere.
Mm. I think I've seen Pyre like Buckshot Roulette.
Yeah, because it's a short game. I mean, you can beat it
Mm.
in like uh you can complete it in like 10 minutes. I mean, you'll die pretty quickly. Um Flawless Abbey I've seen other people cover. I think this is like a game that's getting some press. But yeah, I think they're my favorite publisher next to like PM Studios is pretty good, I
Mm.
guess. Um that's what I try to do. It makes things easier in like covering games. It's like, well, I need at least I know this publisher has quality. You know, like there's a lot of indie games out there, and sure, I wish I could cover all of them, but it doesn't always work like that. That said, I could put on a game right now and we can stream it while we talk. Unless you want to talk about anything else, Bailey.
I think we're not really at much news today.
Yeah, it's kind of a It's event season, man. Like
Mhm.
we got Gamescom, and then we have PAX. Um, yeah, it's gonna be interesting. The like what gets announced at these shows. I don't think too many big things are gonna come out of Gamescom. I doubt anything big's gonna come out of PAX, to be honest with you.
Probably not. No.
That's all hooked up over there. Um, let's see if that works. Oh, display gameplay is what I want. Sometimes I have to turn on my pack. Elgato.
What are you playing?
I'm gonna play. Well, I have a shit ton of indie games on Xbox that because
Oh,
they send them to me. They send them every week. Like, ID at Xbox is like, here's every indie game that we released, and I'm like, well, we didn't really ask for this, and we can't cover all these games. So I figured, why not just play them here? Well, I can't find my remote control. Rude. Hi. This is Riley.
Riley.
mm, mm. Oh, I hate that I'm not technically. Well, going to a game today.
Plenty of options. Yeah, Rebirth's gonna probably get the rewards. I Game Awards this year. Well, actually, no, probably Elden Ring.
The DLC.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Pro- Probably Elden Ring.
Um, I don't know. Game of the year is so freaking difficult. Visions of Mana
I'm very excited for mine to be ease on ton.
isn't that Suka whatever.
Tsukihime?
Yeah, isn't Tsukahime doing pretty well?
Yeah. Highest rated game on OpenCritic.
Yeah.
Surpass 7 Rebirth.
Yeah, I think Tsukahime is gonna be the
I mean, no one like no Western journalist is gonna pick Tsukihime, but maybe we should pick Tsukihime.
I'll play it. Do I need to
You're
play
not gonna.
do I need to play anything else?
No, we can
Oh.
just play that. You're not gonna actually play it though.
No, I'm gonna play it.
Uh-huh.
You know what I was really banking on for this stream that didn't get sent was a Toomba
Oh,
review code.
Tumba, right, right, that came out.
Um but yeah, we didn't get a code and I requested it but code today.
Drama.
It's kind of my fault too for not requesting it weeks ago.
Mm.
Um let's see what else I got. Uh I wish I knew where my room. Been hanging out in my room more lately because it's the hottest.
Oh shit! Actually, big news from Nintendo.
What's happening? A new
Just,
direct.
no, they're adding new games to the GBA
Oh,
live service.
Mystery Dungeon
Yeah,
Red
yeah, yeah,
Rescue.
yeah. That's actually a pretty big deal.
Here, I have the press release. I'll send it to you.
Yo, press release already. Oh shit, that's serious.
Everyone knows our secrets. Yeah, guys, we get our stuff from press releases. Um, well, I'm obviously not um organized, but I think we had a good hour show to round off the weekend. Um, Next week I'll be back, and I'll be better.
Oh, not tomorrow. Okay.
Oh, no show on Friday. Monday we're
Mm-mm-mm.
back to business. Um, I know that I need to do the top 10 games of August. I have it written. I need to
Yeah,
do
no
the
July. No July list came out.
July was written. I did not. It's my
Mm-hmm.
fault. Michael wrote it.
Oh
I was out
no.
of town. I was out of town. Mark didn't know about it.
Uh,
Miscommunication all around.
mm,
But there was a list. I can tell you what was on that list, and then we can say that at least we got something out of it. But
mm-hmm.
let's
Just okay.
let me tell you guys what was on the top 10 games for July. July. Um, Let me see. I did not choose these. These are Michael's choices, but I do think he knows the audience, or I'm hoping that he does. We got Final Fantasy 14 Dawn Trail. Came out July 2nd.
Mm,
Good choice. Oh, Zenless Zone Zero he chose.
mm.
That didn't go out too well.
Mhm.
Uh, Bow Path of the Till Lotus, July 18th.
Great game.
Puka Haze, I still need to play this game, July 10th.
Mhm.
Um, uh, Kunitsugami, Path of the Goddess, July 19th. I think
I,
if there is a game that if you're like, I need to play like a quality game, I think that's like the game right now.
mhm.
Um, it's just it's like it sucks because it's one of those games where I think a casual player will be like, well, I have an hour to play. Do I play Call of Duty or do I play Kunitsugami? You know, it's not a game that you can just like even my demo of it when I played like the preview build of it, it took a while, like the day cycles and stuff like that. Like I couldn't imagine. It's not a game. Be sure that you have 2 or 3 hours to kind of chill with
Mhm.
that game. It's not a game that you can be like, oh, I have 30 minutes. I can play a couple rounds. I think it's definitely a game that gives you um more satisfaction the more time like you
Mhm.
if you're not rushed. Because I felt like I played it when I was rushed, and I knew it was fun, but I don't think I was having as much fun because I was just standing in the heat at the time, and I was like
Mhm. Mhm.
trying to. It's like a bad environment. The new Dempamin. I don't know what the hell this is.
The new Tempa man. Oh man, that's a game.
Is it a game?
It looks really bad, but
It's definitely a game. The First Descendant. I didn't know that came out.
what's going on?
One the girls at First Descendant are kind of getting us sometimes too. I
Yeah,
think
man. Yeah, man.
I'm getting I'm like, whoa, am I a gotcha fan? Am I a looter shooter now? I don't know.
Mhm.
Tokyo Xanadu EX Plus on Switch.
Mm.
Um, Dungeons of Hinterberg, which I do think
Dude,
is a good movie or a good movie. Is a good game. If you need like a Persona esque, a very Western Persona esque action game, I think it does well. Really good for exploration. Very pretty set pieces. The writing is decent too. I do think it's a fun game. I think I played it at the. It might have not. It might have been like my headspace while I was playing it, but it did take me a while to. It took me about probably like 9 or 10 hours to actually find enjoyment in it. But once I got past my own like issues, um,
Mhm.
it got really fun. And I do think that you can be in a bad mindset and just you can't play games. But I didn't really have time here, so I had to just kind of power through it. The Legend of Heroes trails through Daybreak, July 5th. Um,
Mm.
that's I'm gonna play through Daybreak.
Mm-hmm.
That's gonna be my December game. I need to beat something, and I'm never gonna play through Cold Steel 4.
Be your meat, you know.
Yeah, yeah, all winter.
Yeah,
Um,
you're not fucking beating Cold Steel 4.
I'm beating
You're
all
not
of them.
doing that. Uh-huh.
Um, yeah, so I will do the top 10 for August. Sorry that I
Mhm.
missed that. That's all. But thank you everyone for hanging out. It's been a phenomenal week. I don't normally stream. I was super anxious about all of this. So even doing this 4 days back to back was kind of hard. Um, just to schedule in my head, and then put myself out there because it's like I'm inviting strangers into my home, into my world. But
I
I
mean,
think
you're not really doing that.
I'm pretty like casual though. Like like I don't
Uh-huh.
mind like back and forth. Like you can reach me, like if you like message me or like talk to me in chat, like I'm here.
Uh-huh.
Um so I think that like making myself available was like a tough part, but I really appreciate everyone that hangs out. Um anyway, thank you so much for watching. Have a have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday.
Bye.